Hello, welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before. I'm Ruby Redheart, and for this week and possibly next week, because I'm going to try and finish up what's left of this game called Stray Gods, we will be either finishing it in today's video or next week's video. And last episode of Stray Gods, if you want to watch it, I have it in an iCard above. I also have a playlist for Stray Gods, so if you came across this video and you want to see the rest of this series, add the playlist on my channel. Okay, last time that we played Stray Gods, I ended the recording right after Freddy died. I'm hopeful that somehow we can get Freddy back. And if not, then hopefully we can get through this playthrough kind of fast, because I really liked Freddy and her death really did upset me. Literally at the end of the last video, I almost had nothing that I could say anymore. So with that, I will be entering the game. Okay, apparently we're going back to Grace's apartment. Oh, she's sad like I am about what happened last time. Okay, I guess here we go.
Grace, I'm sorry. I know what Freddy meant to you.
No, you don't. We left her there. How did that happen? It should have been me. Okay, well, let's think about this. If we left her there, that would make sense because we just left Freddy after she was killed. So, to Grace, that would definitely feel like abandonment. Like, I don't know that I could leave a loved one after they died. No, you don't, as something that is true. Nobody really truthfully knows what other people feel when they lose someone. But Apollo's definitely lost many people, including Calliope, whom he loved, and they split ways. How did that happen? That would make sense, because, why did it happen? How was that possible? I mean, it is how Calliope died, so why did that happen again? And also, it sounds like someone special would have had to be in contact with, the fates to cause that to happen, or it should have been me. I mean, yeah, Grace should be feeling these ways because Freddy didn't actually come with us. She only came in afterwards because she was worried about our character Grace. And she stopped running and actually went ahead and chose to die to protect Grace. So, honestly, I think that she'd probably be feeling more like it should have been her.
It should have been me, not her. This was my fight, my problem. I'm already slated to die if anyone paid the price.
And repeat history? Would you rather have died there, passing your eidolon onto Freddy instead? Freddy gave you a chance. Gracie, is that what happened to Calliope? Was she attacked by the Furies as you were?
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before they came.
The Furies. Sent by the same person, I imagine.
Probably. Who could command the Furies, not furries?
Who could send the Furies after me? Even Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
Even in our prime, none of the idols had the Furies at our beck and call. Perhaps Zeus, but he's long gone. I honestly didn't know the Furies still existed.
Clearly someone can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they weren't sent. Unless they were responding to something else, something you'd done unwittingly. I'm sorry, I'm afraid your guess is as good as mine.
What are the Furies?
What are the Furies? They didn't seem like people.
They're not. Hecate called them embodiments of retribution, and I suppose that's the best description. They go back to well, the time before my memory. I was once told they were created to enforce the most ancient laws.
There are ancient laws now?
Decrees one couldn't break, written in blood. Laws even idols abided by in the days of old Olympus. But those surely died with Zeus. Even if they hadn't, you can't have broken any. They're not easy to overlook.
Okay. So, what stopped the Furies?
If the Furies are so powerful, why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddy and left.
They're not assassins, Grace. They're enforcers of the old laws. I imagine they decided the debt was paid, whatever it was, when blood was spilled. The blood didn't have to be yours.
So if Freddy hadn't interfered...
Then they would have come after you. And they wouldn't have stopped until they were through. Not ever.
Well, that's horrible. I mean, it sounds like Grace couldn't have done anything unintentionally to have caused them to come down on her, so it sounds more like somebody who's very powerful somehow sent them to her, and probably Calliope too. So, what was Calliope trying to do?
I know Calliope was there to use the mirror, but it was just feeling. I still don't understand why.
Well, apparently she wanted to speak to the Fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The
That's a good
Fates are
question.
primordial beings, like the Furies. They're said to control destiny. Perhaps Calliope wished to know her destiny. Or change it. I'm not sure.
Are the Fates that powerful?
Can these Fates really control the future?
They're tied into fate, as I am. Perhaps they're even where my power stems from, or how Hecate's books are written.
So someone really didn't want Calliope messing with them.
Or you, apparently.
Could it have been the Fates? Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
I doubt it. If they didn't want to answer the mirror, I'm certain they simply wouldn't.
Okay, so that means that even Calliope and Grace's choice in trying to use the mirror, Grace did it to retrace Calliope's steps, would not have brought down the Furies, because the Fates would have either answered or just ignored her. So, I guess if we knew more, yeah, that would be important to know. Like, why did this happen? Who's controlling them or giving them orders?
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the Fates.
Why not ask them? You too have caused quite the stir. Hecate is beside herself, and Athena is out of her mind. Well done.
How long have you been listening?
Long enough to know that you need another way to speak to the Fates, unless you're planning on trying the reliquary again.
No, not a chance. We'll find the truth on our own, Persephone.
If you sent Grace to wander about looking for Calliope's memories, you're already out of options.
Probably true. We could say, stop fighting. Why are you here? What other way? Yeah, I want to know the other way, because I think that we've exhausted all of our options so far with Apollo. Maybe Persephone has some more that we could go for. And maybe those could lead us to a way to get Freddy back. Maybe not. But I'm hopeful, since this is a game about gods, that there's a way to get Freddy back. So I guess, what other way?
Wait, what's this about some other way? What are you talking about, Persephone?
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time. I thought not. The Fates will respond to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead. What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
We can overthrow Hades. How does one find this throne? Did you plan this all along? Well, let's ask... Normally these questions are fine to ask, and then you can later on answer with something else. So, how does one find this throne? We can overthrow Hades. I'm sure that she's basically done that before when she killed Hades. So, how does one find this throne?
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only Hermes.
They won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. So your promise to help Grace was an empty one? Step up, for once, and do what she needs you to do. Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with the Fates. It's simple.
We can overthrow Hades.
Is that something we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and overthrow it?
Mm-hmm.
Truth be told, there isn't much to overthrow. Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
Okay.
So how do you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is yours.
So why
But you
hasn't someone
can't
else
claim
done
it
it?
because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
Okay. So, I honestly don't mind breaking rules at this point. We broke all of the rules. I'm pretty sure that we're set out at the beginning of this game. We weren't supposed to tell mortals about gods. We told Freddy. We were supposed to do a bunch of other things or not do a bunch of other things. I think the only one that we've kept so far is us staying in town, or the city, I guess. So, that's the only one that we've kept so far. I mean, I guess unless you count the reliquary as leaving town. But I don't know. It's a magical realm. I don't know if that counts. Did you plan this all along?
Is Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Meaning what? What, that I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
You've waited for this opportunity for over a century.
Waited, yes. Bided my time. And the moment has arrived.
But you came here to help, right?
And I came here to help.
Okay. Let's do it then. Well, actually, I'm going to ask this question because I feel like we should just figure out everything that we can
So
about
if we
it.
go to Hades and find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into exactly?
A great deal.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
That's true.
But she's already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility of this will be mine. Let Athena try to take my throne again.
Okay, that would be a fact that I'd like to see. Honestly. Let's just do it then.
Was another crazy plan, right?
Yeah.
Grace,
I know, but there's no point in stopping now, is there?
No, you've already
I
lost
can't.
your best friend.
I'm sorry. But this is a step too far.
And consider this, Apollo. Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies. According to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
Wait, we can get ready? Yes! You should have led with that. Yeah.
Wait, what? Freddy's in Hades? What? Persephone, why didn't you lead with that?
I didn't want it to seem like I was playing on your sympathy, Grace.
But you'll play on mine. Fine. I'll get you into Hades. But I'm not going with you.
Hey, that's
If
fine.
that's what you prefer,
We're
by
gonna
all
save
means.
Great. We're gonna save Freddy.
It's fine, Hermes. Get this over with.
I can't wait. We're gonna save Freddy. I'm so happy. She really should have led with that.
Shall I wait here, or...
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
Oh, hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace, and, Persephone. Wow, the whole gang, huh?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I have to call in that favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No matter what.
Oh, this is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything, and you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
That's a good question. It's the last piece of the puzzle, or it's to save Freddy. Honestly, I'm going to save Freddy, to be honest. So, let's go save Freddy.
Freddy's dead, Hermes.
What?
She is.
When did that happen?
She was killed by the Furies. That means she's in Hades. Probably. I have to try to find her there. You're her friend too. I know you wouldn't want to abandon her.
Okay. Signal when you need to come back.
Thank you,
sure?
Hermes.
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
Be careful, Grace. And remember, the underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
I think I can tell her the rules, Apollo. Let's go.
Here we go. Let's figure out how this all ends. Well, I mean, not ends, but we're getting close.
Welcome to the real underworld.
It's so interesting. I love how it looks.
Wow.
It's gorgeous.
It feels so empty. So lonely.
It's not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter. A bitter shade named Orpheus has been squatting on it since my exile. I fully expect he'll be waiting for us.
So this will be fun. Why haven't you mentioned him? Who's Orpheus? Honestly, I kinda expected somebody to rule in Hades, so specifically, who is Orpheus? We need to know that more than why haven't you mentioned him?
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
It should. His is a popular tale among mortals regarding how he once came to the underworld to retrieve his love, Eurydice, and left with nothing. Hades tricked him, you see. And with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours?
He is not a fan, no. Not that it matters.
Honestly, his tell, according to Persephone, is mirroring Grace's right now. And I kind of hope that this all works out. I really do. But I would not be surprised if Grace winds up getting tricked by Persephone to help her get Persephone on the throne. But Grace winds up without Freddy or without anything else. It's always possible. Okay, I guess we'll ask why she hasn't mentioned him, but actually, I don't think that she probably would have, because she's not on great terms with Grace right now, because we chose Apollo and all those things. So, let's just get on with it.
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne. Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
Come. It's time to cross the Styx. The ferryman will come soon. As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination.
Okay, we can do that. We've been through much worse in this game than just convincing one person. Man, the ferryman's big. He might be bigger than Hecate.
I am Persephone, also known as Despoina and Kore Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again. No, Corone, I did not bring you any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
Okay. I'm with Persephone. I'm here to save Freddy. I'm the last muse. Okay. We have to state our case clearly and try and convince him. So, what is the most convincing thing that we can say? I'm with Persephone. That would be helpful, but that doesn't necessarily help us get to Freddy. And I'm the last muse. That could hold some weight, but I say we start here. I'm here to save Freddy.
My name is Grace, and I'm here to save my friend Freddy. Have you seen her?
He says he has. She spoke a great deal as they crossed the river, and that made him very happy.
Yeah,
Happy?
Freddy would
Why
talk to him.
happy?
Well, I don't imagine Corone gets much company these days, Grace. No,
Poor
she
Corone.
didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Corone. Stop asking.
Is he always like this? We can find something to play. I'm not in the mood. We can find something to play.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him. See? You don't even need to interpret that for me.
Yes, what fun. Thank you for encouraging him. Let's get underway, Corone. It's a long ride to the throne room.
Yeah, and that's why you play cards or something.
I wouldn't touch that. Way too much for you. Overload you. Blow a fuse. Every story every memory winds up here
That's so cool.
in the water. I used to dream that this river would rise, swallow the anger, tears in my eyes. Then suddenly I was found alone. I destroyed Hades, but was denied his throne.
Amelia's dead here, isn't it?
Everything here is fading away. She needs her queen.
We're here for Freddy, too.
I killed the king fair and square.
What happened
No
here
right to
wasn't
take
your
it
fault.
from me.
It wasn't your fault. There was no right or wrong. It wasn't your fault. You didn't belong. If my life was stolen, I wouldn't know where to turn. Candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
Someone's coming.
Yes.
There's music floating through. Someone's coming. And it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
There's someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
That
Is he
on the
amused?
coming back.
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Someone's
We
coming.
might have a problem.
A wolf is waiting in the
This
tomb.
bard's already
Someone's
dead,
coming.
but you can defeat him.
I can feel them howling at the
My
moon.
help.
Don't forget why we came here.
There's a name here
I won't forget,
that reeks
but you
of
can bet he
enemy.
knows someone's coming.
It's about time, Persephone.
Orpheus, I've been.
What happened to the music?
Yeah.
I have been waiting for you, Persephone, for so long. And you brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way. Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented. No offense, Benny. Welcome,
Poor Benny.
my underworld. Let me treat you to a song, a welcome gift. I have the floor. It is mine, after all. Muse,
Why are you so angry at
any
Persephone?
requests? Questions?
Why are you so angry at Persephone?
What's your problem with Persephone?
Yeah.
Do, 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 loop it. Do, do, do. I didn't do what I was told, didn't know that it was all a game. I didn't think that he would do it. Then Eurydice was gone. And Persephone stood right beside him and said, what a shame. He was always gonna kill her and you knew it. And I never got to have my revenge. My pain never ends. I see you now. Persephone won't turn my back. I won't turn my back on you again.
It wasn't your fault. How are you to react? It wasn't your fault. Now there's no turning back. If my love was taken, I wouldn't know where to turn.
Yeah.
Your candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
This tete-a-tete is over. If he's the victim, what am I?
Queen, let's not lose our composure. The muse understands.
Well, I won't comply. I'd rather die.
Corpses in crowns, tangled and trapped. Eyes full of cobwebs, only looking back. Don't you see what I see? Looks all dead to me, you're both the same.
The same?
I like what you're doing, Muse, but I thought you'd be on my side.
The Bard is to blame for the hell that he's been in.
Persephone, you're the reason I'm here. I'm not here to give in.
Oh, you think I
They're
will?
both a little bit
Can I
wrong.
get this through both of your heads? You're fighting over something that's dead. I mean, you should have seen this coming.
There's no point in reasoning with him, Grace.
Oh, I believe she was speaking to us both.
I certainly wish I'd seen you coming.
It isn't your fault. Hades broke you both down. It isn't your fault. This is a little ghost town. But you're forgetting Freddy. I just want her return.
Candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn.
You didn't do what you were told, but you won't face the fact that you're to blame. Persephone, you blew it. You must understand each other by now. All of this is getting kinda old. What a shame. There's the door, walk through it.
But I never got to have my revenge.
Our pain never ends.
Our pain never
Orpheus, I promise you now, belatedly, I won't turn my back. I won't turn my back on you again.
We have been fools.
You're right. Yet, what about the throne? We can't just leave it empty, can we?
Apparently, we could have taken the throne for ourselves if we had the kick butt trait. And that's so cool. I really want to do this again and like see how everything could have ended so differently. Like how you could have put Persephone or Orpheus on the throne yourself. But since that's not an option for us, I guess we are going to... Okay. Since that's not an option for us, I guess we're going to destroy the throne.
All that going around in circles, digging up old wounds, and for what? So you can fight over a chair. There.
You dare. What gives you the right to interfere in this manner? That throne was not yours to break.
The throne was worthless. I had to do something. I'm sorry. The throne was worthless. I mean, this place is very barren. It won't give Persephone much more power. Orpheus didn't have power using it, so...
Look around you, Persephone. Hades is empty. That chair you wanted so badly, it doesn't matter anymore.
It mattered to me. I paid for that throne with tears and blood, Grace. With years of humiliation you know nothing about. I thought we could help each other, but no, you would rather lecture me. So what's your plan now, Grace? I assume you must have one after that big demonstration.
there was never a plan. I don't know. Going to find Freddy. We need to go to the Fates. There was never a plan.
My plan? It's exactly the same as it was before.
You've lost me.
Come on, Persephone. Do you really expect me to believe you just showed up at my apartment eager to help? You wanted to do this, but you couldn't. You needed to convince me, to convince Apollo, to convince Hermes to help you. And for that, you'd say anything, right? You'd tell us there was a way to contact the Fates.
Which there never was. You're correct.
And Freddy?
If the throne alone could bring somebody back from the dead, surely even Orpheus would have figured it out.
Yep. So that's
it then. We came here for nothing.
Yes.
I doubt the Fates would have responded even to the mirror, Grace. And the boundaries of death cannot be commanded away. Not even by the ruler of Hades.
Then what is this throne good for? Just a fancy chair? Bragging rights?
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her. I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
Oh. There's Freddy.
Freddy, you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
Fred,
Told
I
that
know,
she's here.
no, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
I do feel bad about destroying the throne that Persephone wanted, but honestly, the throne wouldn't have brought Persephone happiness. It obviously didn't bring happiness to Ophrys? Why can't I not remember his name? It's only been like a minute or two. Anyway, it still wouldn't have brought her happiness. Okay, I shouldn't have involved you. I don't think that was a mistake involving Freddy. I just think that we got very unlucky. I wish that Freddy hadn't came to our aid, because we didn't bring Freddy in with us, because I was like, well, this might get a little bit dangerous, and then Freddy can stay with Hecate and, like, talk. So, I don't know. Though, I do think that if we had picked Pan, I don't think that he would have chosen to die for us. I wish I could undo it, but why? I wish I could undo it. Yeah, because I liked Freddy.
I do. I want to go back. I want it all to go back. It's not supposed to end like this.
This isn't the end. Hey, it's not by a long shot. You still have a whole story to finish.
Without you?
Yeah. Without me.
That's so sad.
I don't want to.
I don't either.
Well, I don't blame you. I happen to be really good company.
She is.
Hey, no. I guess this is it, huh?
Almost. I found someone while I was down here. Someone you really need to meet.
Calliope? She's back. Well, not really back. But she can at least tell us what happened to her. I'm pretty sure that's the Furies, but
This...
maybe she can tell us why.
You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace. I
My
just don't...
Eidolon is inside Grace. The rest of me... I'm here, Persephone.
And this is real.
Yes. That's actually what I thought would happen. I kind of figured that the Eidolon wasn't actually another person's soul being added into them. I always just thought that was their power and their memories. So I'm not very surprised that Calliope is here, and this confirms to me that I made the right decision previously when we could have let Aphrodite choose to die and give up her Eidolon, or we could have convinced her to stay there and try and work through it. And I chose last time, well, not last time, but I think it was like the time before that or so, to, instead of letting her go, to try and convince her to stay, and we convinced her to stay instead. I guess you weren't just friends? Still confused about the soul? Tell us what happened. I guess you weren't just friends.
I guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I'd take them now. I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end. Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
That's sweet. And that makes a lot more sense why she would have helped Calliope with an apartment, because they were in a relationship previously. Which also means that Calliope was in a relationship with both Persephone and Apollo, which also helps to explain a little bit why there's so much tension between those two, and not just their past selves, but their current selves have issues with each other. So, I guess I'm ready to find out what happened to Calliope. Tell us what happened.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have. But I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you?
No.
No. I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
Yes, that seems like it. Let's start with Apollo. That would be helpful, because Apollo wouldn't give us the prophecy. Why did he give Calliope a prophecy if he was so against it? Just tell me who killed you. I kind of want to know everything. We have lots of time. I think I understand. Just tell me who killed you. I don't understand, so I'm not going to use the clever thing. Because sometimes if you do that and you don't actually understand, it'll skip over some things thinking that you put it together. So, let's start with Apollo.
Start with Apollo. How is he involved in all this?
Apollo delivered, with great reluctance, a prophecy that said I needed to die.
And who did he deliver this prophecy to?
Athena.
No.
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped. I fled back to the mortal world. To you.
Okay, so Athena did this, and then she wanted to pin Calliope's death on us. Because she used the prophecy from Apollo, which Hecate said that Calliope would die in 11 months if she hadn't been killed. So. Okay. Why did you go to the reliquary? Why me? Tell me about this prophecy. Let's keep on the prophecy, because she just talked a little bit about it.
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Yeah,
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
yeah.
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me. He was torn. Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
I think he did the right thing because knowing that, she could make better decisions on what she was going to do. She could instead pick a different path and even choose a new person for her Eidolon instead of what happened. So, what did the prophecy say exactly?
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it. Just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
She can't be, because Hecate told us how she was supposed to die.
I don't believe that. Athena's got tunnel vision. She must be wrong.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
And I'm the last muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
Why did you go to the reliquary?
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you?
Yeah.
They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
You went to Pan for the key?
you went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
So, all that's left is, why did she pick us? She could have picked anyone for her Eidolon. So why did she come to Grace's apartment? It's not like she knew us very well or anything. We've only met her once. When she was, well, twice actually, when she was alive. First time was at the audition, second time when she showed up at our apartment dying. So, why us?
Why come to me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
You didn't give me a choice. How dare you drag me into this? None of this is your fault. Thank you. Okay, so I understand that Grace wasn't given a choice, and that's horrible. And Calliope did drag us into this. None of this is your fault. Or thank you. I don't think that I can thank her right now. We lost Freddy due to these powers and was put on trial because of her giving us these powers. So, we could have had a normal life had this not happened. We lost a lot in her decision to give us this power, but I can't fault her for choosing to give us this power, considering how bad Athena was that she literally would kill her. Or maybe not herself, but put the Furies on her so that she'd wind up dead. So, I think we go with none of this is your fault. Some of it, I guess, is us getting our powers, but she couldn't have stopped anything else that happened. She did her best, I think, in a terrible situation. So, none of this is your fault.
I don't blame you, in case you're wondering.
You don't?
You didn't ask for all this to happen.
Yeah.
You did the best you could, Calliope.
She did. I don't know that she made the best
Thank you for
choices, but
saying
she
that,
did the
Grace.
best that she could.
Truly.
Now we know the truth. And I honestly find it very odd that Apollo wouldn't have said anything else to us, considering that he knew that he gave Athena that prophecy. Maybe Apollo didn't think that Athena would actually do anything, because I think that he actually did defend Athena, saying that she would never do something like that because it goes against the rules of the chorus. So, well, I think that honestly he probably blames himself, and to some extent he does have fault, but not really, because it was still other people's choices that led them to this point. Anyway, now we know the truth.
That's it then. Now we know the whole truth.
We need to confront Athena. Apollo, too, for not telling us what she'd done.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We don't know that.
This isn't fair. I guess this is it. What now? This isn't fair. What now?
I have to go back. And I have no idea what will happen. None of this seems real.
It doesn't, but...
So many years of history, fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go.
I never truly saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go.
It's time to go.
What will I do without you? I can't, I won't. I'll miss you so much. I can't, I won't.
How can I let go now? I won't. It's just not fair. We took our first steps together.
Trying not to cry.
You'd have me walk alone.
You were always there for me, from heartbreak and through injury. we'd do it again, but now it's time to go. It's time to go. If I could bring you back, I would give it all to you, my best friend. If I could choose a muse,
You would give up godhood
Yeah.
to bring her back.
any day, every day, a life for a life. Farishta, please stay.
Grace, no. It's time.
Who knows what comes next? But I will face it beside you.
I think we got Freddy back.
You've returned.
You did it. You actually brought me back from the dead.
Of course I did.
She's back. I'm glad. I was not letting her go.
Did you get a chance to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
You know, we know you lied to us. I'm not the muse anymore. We found Calliope.
Then we found Calliope.
Calliope, but her Eidolon is inside you. How
It
could...
doesn't work like that. The Eidolon is only a part of an idol. The rest just...
Calliope told
Moves
us what
on.
happened.
Yep.
The prophecy. How you warned her. How you've been lying to us. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time. Even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Why happened all? I understand why. Tell me everything.
Is there more you haven't told me? Did you know about the Furies as well?
No. I didn't know how Calliope died.
But you knew Athena was behind it.
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Yeah.
Well, then it's done. You're locked into it, as is Freddy. Athena will want her dead, too.
You're right. I actually hadn't considered that part.
Well,
I'm so sorry, Grace. I never meant for this to happen.
we'll just prove to everyone that Athena was the reason why this happened. That
That's
Calliope died.
right. Leave. It's what you're best at.
And also, with us no longer being the muse,
I don't know
now
how this will affect
Freddy
your
is.
trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. You're not the last muse any longer. After all, your Freddy isn't on trial. Yet if Athena believes you both need to die in order to save the idols, she'll find a way.
could the prophecy be true? We should make a deal. What happened? We should make a deal. Wish I could say then let's fight, because honestly, that would be a better option, I think, because I don't really want to make a deal. It would be smart to, but I don't want to. About what happened.
Look,
Let's
about
go
what
with that.
happened in Hades.
Which part? The part where you denied me the throne, or the part where I lied to you so I could use you? You did what you had to do, and I won't say I didn't have it coming. It's freeing, in a way. When you go to
That's
the
what I wanted
trial,
to
I'll
happen.
back your play, up to and including overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
Yeah. We're gonna have to pull out some big
Great.
place. Okay. I've decided that I'm just going to keep on going and we're going to finish out the rest of the game in this video. Oh my gosh. Just so you know, I did actually cry when I thought that we were going to have to leave Freddy. But we didn't. She's here. She's now amused. I hope that she's okay with that. And I think that's important now. Yes, we could go confront Pan, Persephone, or Apollo, but I think that we go confront Freddy. I do think that Pan would be helpful. I'm hoping that I can go to him afterwards. But regardless, I want to go to Freddy. Even if this is the only choice that we make. And today's the last day. Today will be our trial day, I think. Let's go confront Miss
Freddy,
Freddy.
can we talk? Freddy, please. Whatever I did, I need to make it right. Talk to me. Hey. Freddy, are you okay?
No. No, I'm really not. Why did you do it, Grace? You brought me back. You made me the muse.
You were born to do this. I couldn't leave you. And I'd do it again.
Man, what's giving up immortality for your best friend in the entire universe?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
And I'm not. Freddy, I'd do anything for you. Just like you'd do anything for me.
Grace, I told you that I was at peace with my decision. I've watched the struggles you've had as the muse, and now you've thrown them all on me. You didn't even ask.
You don't wish you were still dead, do you? Did I screw up?
I don't know.
I'm sorry I didn't ask you. We'll be okay. Tell me what's wrong. I'm sorry that I didn't ask you. I really am. I feel like we should have, though she probably would have said no. And I don't know that we made the right decision. Honestly, it probably was the more selfish decision out of the options. Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't ask.
I should have asked you first. I'm really sorry. It just kind of happened.
It's not that. It's not just that. I came back from the dead. And I was actually dead. And I'm not the same now. I've changed. And it's not just being the muse, it's I'm different and so are you, and nothing between us can ever be the same again.
Of course it'll be the same. Why wouldn't it?
Grace, I sacrificed myself because I love you. I'm in love with you. And I have been for a really long time.
Since she is our love interest, that's great to hear. So, I'm in love with you too.
Well, that's ironic.
What?
I mean, that's
What
why we
is?
made our decision. Why else would we have done that?
Feel the same way. I always have. Why do you think I joined your band? After college, we started drifting apart.
Why do you think I started the band? All this time. And neither of us said anything.
Yeah, you guys wasted a lot of time. You would have lost each other had Grace not have became a muse, gave up being a muse, and you came back. But we know now. Bad timing. Kind of. I don't want to lose you. But we know now.
We know now? Isn't that a good thing?
The trial's tomorrow, Grace.
Oh, it's
Athena
smart.
doesn't know
Okay.
about me. Once she does, I'm the last muse. She's gonna want me dead, isn't she?
We can still get through this, Fred.
Yeah, but even if we do, I'll keep changing. And when I start becoming Calliope, will I still love you?
I don't know.
Now the songs are about Freddie.
Now every word's been said. I can't think of any more to fix what's broken. So many books I've read, and still not a word of anything could reveal how this feels. Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time. I would prefer that we were late then, never together again. What you don't get is death. I died. You and I are not the same people who we once knew. Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time. Only if we could just escape demise. I'll always love you, Grace. But is it too late? Too late?
Okay, let's go confront Pan. Because I think that we need Pan on our side.
Pan? Are you here? Pan. All right then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
No. Still think I'm a lost cause. Just want to talk. I wanted to apologize. Just want to talk.
No, I just wanted to talk.
Oh. Now you've got my ears quivering, Grace. Whatever could we have to discuss?
I know you're innocent. I need your help. I could use cheering up. I need your help.
I, could use your help, actually. Again.
Dearest Grace, if I knew another way to help you, do you truly think I wouldn't offer it?
Not freely, no.
I deserve that. It's true, but it still hurts to hear you say it. Ah, you've learned something. Something not altogether pleasant, I'm guessing. Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I have any advice to offer.
Yeah. Tell him everything.
Okay. Where do I begin?
Yeah, this is gonna be a long
Well,
story.
of course it was Athena.
Yeah.
Wait, you knew?
No, how could I?
So what now?
Let the prophecy play out.
Huh?
Let it play out. It doesn't say the last muse will die. Just that she must for the idols to continue.
Yeah.
Perhaps the idols shouldn't continue. Seems reasonable enough.
I agree. Not to Athena.
I doubt Athena would agree. Or many of the other idols, for that matter.
Yes, well, if history says anything about the idols, it's that we're a bunch of reactionaries who make poor decisions. Frankly, change is long overdue.
Yeah.
Continuing on as we have been isn't appealing, and I doubt I'm the only one who thinks so. I'm rather looking forward to the trial now. How exciting.
Yeah. I don't think that the idols can continue as they are now. They have to change. And I think that Athena is stopping that change. I think that that's what this whole prophecy is about, to be honest. Okay. We already know that Persephone said that she'd help us at the trial. So I think that it would be more important to go to Apollo now. And apparently this is the last person that we can see before the trial. So let's see how this goes.
Oh, it's you. Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
I know you care.
Look, I know you care about Apollo. I'm not here to hurt him.
Uh-huh, yeah. And, why should I believe you?
Because I just came to talk. I want to sort this out. If I can.
Yeah.
I guess I can go ask him if he wants to talk to you. Don't be surprised if he says no, though.
Okay.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
I know how Persephone feels. But not you. You'd have every right to be furious with me.
I'm not. I think they thought that he was doing the best that he can. I thought you were better than this. No. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I think that you thought that he was doing the right thing by not telling us. I don't need protecting. I'm worried about you. Yeah, I'm worried about him.
So you've said. I'm more worried about you, actually.
Worried about me? After all you've been through?
I gave up a lot to bring Freddy back. I don't like losing friends.
Yeah.
When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. I never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
It will, though. You don't know everything.
You don't know everything, Apollo. Half the problem is that you and every other idol thinks they do.
That is accurate.
What do you mean?
Trying to prevent the prophecy is what's making it come true.
Yeah.
So you want to, what? Stop trying?
Maybe.
I hope you can forgive me, Grace.
There's nothing to forgive. Get over yourself. I know you meant well.
I hope that one day we'll be as close friends as you were with Calliope.
I guess all that remains is the trial. Whatever happens, Grace, I'll be standing right there by you.
That's very reassuring.
Thank you.
Yeah. My last chance to speak to anyone before the trial. So, can I go to everything? Because I thought that this was going to automatically put me in the trial. I don't think that there's a point in going to the auditorium right now. I do think that it would be helpful to kind of like relive everything that happened. But let's go confront Persephone, I think. Because I think that it's more important for us to have all of them on our sides than to go relive some memories. I doubt that there's evidence at the auditorium that could help us, so I guess we'll go to Miss Persephone.
Did you forget something, Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
It seemed pretty finished to me. What more is there to discuss?
How about you and Calliope? We didn't finish things in Hades. Are you okay?
How about you? Are you okay?
Oh, I am many miles from okay, Grace.
Don't you want to talk about it?
Calliope would not have approved of the way I acted. But then she seldom did.
Okay.
It was so good to see her in Hades. To have her say she forgives me. I just wish it were as easy to forgive myself.
We're our harshest critics. As humans, the worst person to you will always be you. And that's just how it is, I think. I don't think that there's a single human that can say that a stranger or a person that they cared about was meaner to them than they were to themselves. I mean, it's just kind of... Because we constantly beat up on ourselves, constantly think about what we could have done different, what we should have done different. But we can't change that. We just kind of have to keep on moving forward. Okay, so let's look at our choices. We could start over. You need to do more than that. I forgive you. Okay. We could start over with her. Or we can say that we forgive her. I don't know that she would want our forgiveness necessarily, so we could just say we can start over. It's the way for us to forgive her, but then she would be less likely to deny this.
You could apologize, you know. We could start over, from square one.
You shatter my throne without so much as a by your leave. And I'm the one who apologizes?
I could go first if you like. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
We should
Sorry
go
too,
first.
Believe it or not. Is that better?
It's
Yes.
a start.
It's a good place to be.
Do you regret it? Surrendering your Eidolon?
No. Not yet. It does suck that Freddy's in a rough spot right now, and I regret that she is in that spot, but I can't say that it was necessarily the wrong choice for us to give it up. I would give it up again to have Freddy back. I'm sure that the character Grace would as well. A little might be a little bit more accurate because I'm sure that she regrets where Freddy's at. So, but she probably would have made the same decision anyway. I would have.
Maybe a little, but it was worth it.
Absolutely.
I wonder if I could have done as much. For anyone. You do realize you may have brought your friend back, only to doom her to a quick death.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You gave her your new life. And you get to walk away as if nothing ever happened.
Only if we survive. And I would never walk away from a friend.
Yeah. I feel like we left that conversation in a very good spot. And now we'll go to the auditorium. We'll see what happens.
So this is it.
It
You're
is.
back where you started, with nothing to show for it. Tomorrow we head to the trial. And who knows what'll happen.
It'll be interesting.
Like a boat lost at sea.
This is such a
with
gorgeous
no
song.
sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. All my life I have been carried through. At the mercy of tides I lay unproved. But now I stand oar in hand, hoping my choices won't sink me. What can I do? If I'm a boat lost at sea, can I build sails, find a breeze, own my own destiny?
I think that this trial. We've done everything to have it actually go well. So, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
We got this. Hey, this is more than what I've done for my praxis.
Hello?
And I'm doing that next week. Which actually,
Oh,
the
Grace,
day that this
there you
uploads,
are.
I'm
Everyone's
doing
already
it
waiting for you on Olympus.
the day after. And I have another test the following day. So, we need to talk. How will the trial work? Isn't this Olympus? How will the trial work?
Care to explain how this is supposed to work? I don't exactly have an itinerary.
How this works is, you follow us.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully everything that we've done works out. I think that
Welcome
we
to
know
Old
everything
Olympus,
that we
dear.
can. It's very pretty.
Is this a real place?
It's the memory of a real place, which for us is the same thing. Let's begin, shall we? Brothers, sisters, everyone, look around you. We few who remain fled to this new land to escape the war, but we are not out of danger. I waited to tell you until I was certain, and now I am. The idols are dying. It will not be long before even our immortality deserts us. The time for extreme measures has arrived.
Such as murder. I wish that I could say that. Are you sure the idols are dying? As decided by you. Why bring that up now? Are you sure the idols are dying?
How do you know it's true? How can you be so certain?
Each time we pass on our Eidolon, we become a little less. It is, however, not solely that. I have had Hecate researching the matter for decades, and her results are conclusive. We are diminishing. I am at this trial to tell you that, as always, I will look out for you. I will save you.
Oh, put
Trust
your
in me,
bullcrap away.
Pallas Athena, daughter of Zeus and leader of the chorus, and I will do anything it takes to keep you all alive.
Anything, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And who might you be, my dear?
She's the woman I love. Freddy, don't do this. Let Freddy speak. She's the woman I love.
That's Freddy, the woman I love. And she's also the new muse.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's impossible. Do you think us fools? Grace is standing right here, alive and well.
Yeah, you see, Grace gave up her Eidolon to bring me back from Hades. Seems that's a thing you can do.
Yeah.
Don't suppose that changes your plans for the trial at all, does it?
The Eidolon was not Grace's to pass on, so I'm afraid you'll have to share her fate, Freddy.
There has to be another way. It's been hard for you. Because she's the last muse, you're a murderer. Honestly, because she's the last muse.
What you really mean is that
Yeah.
she has to die because she's the last muse. And there can't be a last muse, can there?
I don't know what you're talking about, dear.
That is such a lie.
It is.
Tell them about the prophecy Apollo gave you, and how you've interpreted it. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. Isn't that how it goes?
It's true.
You've become a monster. You can still stop this. We know the truth.
We spoke to Calliope in Hades. She told us how you sent the Furies after her.
You couldn't have.
Yes, she could. Just like she gave up her Eidolon to me.
Yep.
Maybe you even knew that once, but you've forgotten it. Just like all the idols have. You don't know everything, Athena.
She doesn't.
No, I do not accept this. You are lying.
You're the one who's been lying. Or would you like to explain to the idols how you murdered Calliope based on a vague prophecy?
Yeah. Please explain
them.
that, Athena.
Yes, it's me.
I wish that they had shown Freddy there instead of Grace, because she couldn't use her power anymore.
The one who gets it done. Don't you see? It had to be. You all turn away when I got the fish. Then you cry hooray once it's on the dish. That's how we do this. Yes,
Freddy's got this.
me. Yes, you and me. I have always cared for you. I'll always do all these things for you.
What you're doing isn't love, not only
These things that you are not prepared to do. All I ever did, all the sacrifice, all I ever hid, trying to be nice, everything for you. But in any case, I always knew you'd throw it in my face. You're so controlling. Sorry, little bird, time to wring your neck.
If only you knew that you can't force the future. Only if only you knew it's not just another thing you can subdue.
Only if only I lived in a quaint little barn like you. Only if I could just lie there and any time I moved, I'd tremble a reed or two. Yes, there's a lot at stake, but there are other paths you can take. None of you see. So it's down to me. It's fine. I'll take all the blame. I'll take all the pain. Think you see it all, you just see a scrap. You wanna make the call, you need to hold the map. You cloistered children. It's time for you and all who stand with you. Yes, you too. Form a queue. Time to follow through. Inside, somewhere so sure we're not the same, never the same.
I'm okay dying again. If it's with you, you're the only place to be.
We'll go with Aphrodite.
I was so low, I nearly withdrew. Now
Medusa will stay on the side.
because she inspired me. I wasn't a monster to you. And now I'm not a monster to
All of them were seen. It's great.
Of course, it's me. Because of me, this prophecy would come to be. My Olympus is gone, and you're wrong looking on at her stranger wearing my face. My Olympus is gone. Now I'm some other one. Just how long has she been in place?
I'm sure you meant well.
You set off hoping you could get to somewhere right. But it's been too many years since the mainland was in sight. There was a voice in me that shouted, Athena, you be strong. Be strong. No cost is great enough. It was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong, and now I don't know what the right thing is. I leave it up to you what to do with this. All these years you ruled this place. I think it's time you made some space. Enough of you. It's overdue. Step away.
finished? You've been talking forever.
We're done, yes.
And? So you're in charge now, I'm guessing.
I am, though I'll admit, the victory seems rather hollow. The idols could still be dying. If that's so, then I'll simply be presiding over our final days.
I think that this is the role that Persephone needs to be in. I think that she'd make a better leader. She seems smart enough. She just needs to learn how to forgive a little bit more. So I think that that was the right choice in the new leader. I do not think that Athena should have stayed leader, and that's why I picked that last choice instead of forgiving her or punching her, essentially telling her to step down. Because I think that somebody else could do better. Okay, let's look at these choices for what we can say now. We can say, why have a chorus at all? I think that it's kind of important, if these powers are going to exist, that there's some kind of ruling body to keep them in check. If you can't rule in Hades, rule here. That's a good point. You think you can fix it? Honestly, I think that if you can't roll in Hades, roll here is a bad choice, because I honestly think that that's going to just rub her the wrong way, and also it's kind of negative. We're the ones that chose to get her away from Hades, and I did that because I didn't think that she would ever be able to move past what happened to her if she had stayed in Hades. So I think that we'll go with, you think you can fix it?
Is there some way to fix it? Athena obviously didn't know everything, no matter how wise she was.
I don't know. Where would we even begin?
Such an effort could prove futile. We might have to accept the possibility that the idols can't be saved.
Perhaps what the idols need most is change.
Yes.
I don't know if I have any say in this, but have you considered rejoining the real world?
Yeah.
Stop hiding in the shadows, get rid of the chorus and all its rules, and just help each other instead.
Maybe. This is your decision. I do like Freddy's suggestion, but I understand why they wouldn't want to get rid of the chorus, because what if somebody does step out of line? And the chorus does protect regular humans and even the idols to some extent. This is your decision.
I'm not an idol anymore, so it's not my decision, but it's something to consider, yeah?
Burn it all down. Hiding has protected us for so long.
Maybe I was the only one listening to Grace's song. Surviving is what's been killing you. We need to do something new.
Yes.
She's right.
I should know better than anyone the futility of doing the same thing over and over again to no result.
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Yes. Heavens help me. But yes.
I didn't really want this chair anyhow. I agree. Let's do it.
I have some ideas.
I have a few thoughts as to how you could go about revealing yourselves.
Oh?
You'll need to give any idols who don't agree time to hide, right? That means you can prepare a campaign.
Yes.
Something online, maybe.
Yes.
The idols would be stars before you know it. If you're famous enough, there's only so much that can be done to you.
True.
That sounds like a good idea. We'll need your help with that, Grace.
I didn't say I was going anywhere, right?
Well, we have a lot of anxious idols to inform, shall we?
If it's okay, could we catch up with you? I'd just like to talk to Grace for a minute.
Yeah.
We'll be outside. Make it quick.
So, Well, that was pretty wild, huh? You did it. You got through your trial unscathed.
We fulfilled the prophecy. We did it. Just barely. No, we did it, because we wouldn't have been able to do this probably without Freddy. She's been through almost every single thing that we have. And then also her powers that we gave to her also helped the others actually see what Athena was. So we did it.
We did it. We got through the trial together, side by side.
I didn't have a choice, Grace.
Sure you did. Athena didn't know you were the Muse. You could have stayed away.
Yes.
And let you go through that alone? Not a chance.
I would have been lost without you.
Yeah.
I know things were pretty intense before the trial.
Yeah.
I still don't know how I feel about us, about everything.
That's okay.
And I understand if you wanted to get as far away from me and the idols as you could. Especially now that things are about to get weird.
I'm not going anywhere. We're not going to slow things down. You need me? She doesn't need us. You don't need anyone. I'm not going anywhere.
I'll go somewhere far away if you come with me.
I just convinced the idols to go public. I can't abandon them now.
Then I'm not going anywhere, am I?
No.
You're sure? Just like that?
It's a day for snap decisions. You're not getting rid of me that easily.
Yeah.
I still need some time to figure us out.
Yeah, take all the time you need. We have that now.
Yeah, they do.
Okay then. Ready to go out there and face the music?
Always.
This is great. Oh my gosh. Let's see how this all worked out. They still have the weird fridge.
Of course you're all here. Why wouldn't you be?
We were waiting for you.
They just showed up. I didn't think you'd mind too much.
No.
How does it feel to be the Idol spokesperson, appearing on every newscast, reputable and otherwise?
I'm exhausted.
The Oracle has been keenly following your progress. She records every appearance, every interview. She may be your biggest fan.
The way she talks, you'd think she never doubted who you were.
Well, at least she's been of great help to your online campaign.
Yes.
A lot's been going on here, too. You want to hear the goss?
Yes. Let's ask about Athena first.
Has anyone heard about Athena? It's been a while.
Yeah.
The revelation of the idols to the mortal world went far better than she could have dreamed. I think it shook her.
Well, she was wrong about a great many things.
As the goddess of wisdom, that's not an easy realization. So she left. Back to the old world.
Well, isn't she at risk there? All alone?
Well, I asked her to go. There's so many of us who went missing during the war. The idols going public might bring them out of hiding. Athena wanted to leave, and this gave her a purpose. We'll see if anything comes of it.
Yes. Okay. Let's ask about Freddy.
I'd like to know what you've been up to, Freddy.
You mean other than incessantly talking about you?
I don't talk about Grace that much. Do I?
I think it's rather commendable how you've taken the remaining idols at Olympus under your wing.
Well, someone has to do it. Just yesterday, I was teaching Athena how to ride a bus. She was so mortified.
All this while preparing for your next big venture. Busy is our new muse.
That's supposed to be a secret.
Wait, what's this?
Well, I figured once you were done with all the promotional tours, you might want to I don't know, come with me. I mean, I thought maybe you missed being the muse. A little. So, we could try the band again. Go on tour.
I love that idea.
Muse teams up with former Muse to spread music to the world.
I guess. Maybe.
That's awesome. I love it.
Good, because I've been arranging dates at clubs across the country. You two only need to give me the word.
That's so sweet. Okay, ask about Aphrodite and Eros.
Is there any word yet on Aphrodite and Eros? They left the city a while ago.
Eros sent word, yes. Aphrodite has started a spiritual retreat in the mountains?
Let's call it a cult.
Okay.
Whatever it is, he says it's been helping her. Being the goddess of love to the world once more has at last brought her peace.
Isn't she at all concerned about, being captured by mortals again?
Hence why she surrounded herself with only those who shower her with adoration.
As I recall, sister, you also headed several cults across the centuries.
The Eleusinian mysteries weren't about shoring up my ego, Apollo.
What about Venus?
Okay.
Did she go with them?
The mortal? I don't believe so. Last I heard, she opened a gallery. Aphrodite's become her patron.
That's great.
Venus has painted most of the idols. I sat for her last week, in fact. It's made her rather successful.
I'm glad to hear that Venus is doing good. Because I did like Venus. I didn't think that it was right for Aphrodite to choose to die, give up her Eidolon, and then force Venus to go through all of those memories that Aphrodite was trying to run from. Oh, now let's see. I think that we're going to ask about Hecate and Astarion.
What about Hecate and Astarion? Are they still at the reliquary?
Hecate leave the reliquary? I'd sooner believe the sun would go out.
Oh, you should see them, Grace. They are so cute. Astarion dotes on Kate day and night. He even wrote his own song to serenade her. Did you just call her Kate? Am I doing it now? I am, aren't I? I've been around them a lot.
Yes.
You are turning into quite the fixture there, Freddy. Hecate talks about you as if you were her apprentice.
Please, I wouldn't go that far. Surely say that.
Not in so many words, but she did mention it was time to pass on her arcane knowledge.
A sorceress muse. That'll certainly be new.
Yeah. Also, I think that Freddy is the perfect person to be a muse or a sorceress, because she knows everything about the gods, or she did at least, before she ever became a muse. So I think that these are like perfect jobs for her. So I kind of think that it works out a little bit better than Grace being the muse, which is funny, because I'm sure that this has to have other endings, because we could have chose to leave Freddy there, which means that she wouldn't have became a muse. So that makes me even more exciting to eventually do another playthrough of this game. Now, let's ask about Medusa, because I'm very curious about how she's doing.
And Medusa? I take it she's no longer at the reliquary.
Medusa is with me at the moment. You did promise her my help.
Yes.
Oh, how's that going?
It was difficult at first. She confessed something about Artemis, which I had long suspected but could never prove. I was upset. I then realized it was more Athena's fault than Medusa's. So, I recruited Athena to help work on removing the curse.
And now?
We're making more headway than I expected. If Athena had ever really tried, I suspect this could have been done long ago.
Athena having no pity? Oh, shocking.
That's not very
shocking. At any rate,
shocking.
she's excited by the possibility. She insisted on paying me back by cleaning my house. The Oracle was thrilled.
Yes! His house is finally getting clean, because he wasn't going to do it. Now, since we just learned that Medusa is living with Apollo, let's ask Apollo what he's been up to.
What about you, Apollo? Still planning on leaving the city?
Not immediately. There's so much to wrap up here, and I want to ensure the Oracle will be fine on her own.
Mm-hmm.
You're not responsible for the child, Apollo.
I believe I am. I need to be confident that both she and the idols won't suffer for my absence.
And after that?
I don't know. I was thinking of traveling for a time. Despite my age, there are so many places I haven't been.
What he means is he hates all the public attention on his abs.
It is a bit disconcerting. The photographers following me around, the letters addressed to the sun god. I don't know what to do with it all. Even so, I'm not running away. I'll be back. I simply think it's time to see the world again with my own eyes.
Well, that's great. I'm glad that he's going to go see the world. A lot of people don't have the opportunity to do that. So, I'm glad that he's finally doing that. And his apartment's getting clean again. And hopefully he'll be able to take care of himself after all this is done. And I am glad that he's trying to make sure that the Oracle is actually going to be okay when he's gone. Because she came to him and stayed with him because of whatever her home life was like. And I don't know what it was, but for her to not want to go home tells you a lot about how bad it was. So now let's talk about Hermes. Let's ask about him.
Is Hermes still around? I'm surprised they're not here with the rest of you.
Well, we've barely seen them of late.
I see him online all the time. They're a big hit. Their videos are hilarious.
Hermes has been busy. They've become a social media darling, or so the Oracle tells me.
The truly amusing part is that they're not even trying to be famous. They simply can't help it.
Hermes likes to people please, it's true.
And they get a lot of free shoes and concert tickets.
Hopefully
Regular
it won't backfire on them.
influencer.
Fame is a double-edged sword.
Hermes lives a charmed life. Never fear.
Well, it's odd seeing their face on so many billboards, but I agree. Let Hermes have their fun.
Yeah. I'm glad that he's doing okay. Let's ask about Persephone.
How about you, Persephone? Any big changes?
Not yet, though I may be selling the club very soon.
The underworld?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't need a substitute for the real thing. That's all it ever was, and I'm fine with having neither. That said, I've been itching for a change. I believe it's time to move on to something else.
Do we get to know what that something else is?
No, you don't. I came by to give you all my regards, such as they are. After this, you likely won't see me for quite some time.
You will be missed, sister. More than you'll ever believe.
Yes. I'm glad that Persephone is finally moving on. She seemed like one of the people that needed it the most, along with Aphrodite and Eros. They were the ones that seemed to really need the most help, and they needed to be able to move past their past. And I really hope that whatever Persephone had would make her happy. Now let's ask about Pan.
What about Pan? I haven't seen him since the trial.
No one's seen him.
Should we be worried? It is Pan, and what he does will reflect on us all.
He's probably off fleecing widows out of their pensions as we speak.
Pan is harmless.
Mostly harmless.
As far as I can tell, he did regret his involvement in Calliope's death. He'll lay low. At least for a time.
He'll be back with some new scheme to make us all groan.
You're not wrong.
Hey, but I hope that he'll be okay too. And yes, Pan's actions will reflect on them, but also you have to think that their actions individually will reflect on them more than what a person that has an Eidolon will do for their reputation. So That's all I want to ask about.
I still can't believe it's all over.
Oh, it's scarcely over, Grace. Now that you've toppled the castle, it's barely just begun.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Come on, Grace, we both did. And it was amazing.
Perhaps we should leave you alone, Grace. You must be tired from your trip.
Perhaps a round of drinks at the Underworld, in Calliope's honor.
I'd like that, actually.
If you both don't mind, could Grace and I catch up?
Don't take too long, you two, or we'll start drinking without you.
Okay, so I have been doing some thinking, and I have something to say.
Yes.
The way I obsessed over you all those years, it wasn't healthy, was it?
No.
And maybe our relationship changing is a good thing. I'm an adult now. We need to do this over and do it right.
Yes. Does that mean you forgive me?
Within me there will always be something left behind in shadow. I'm tethered to you, I'm free. I've known, I've loved you before. We were grown, never alone. Only, if only, we can be brave this time. Finally, Grace, you and me. It wasn't too late, it was fate. I've spent so long yearning, observing, seeking the light of your eyes. Now I return, nothing left in reserve. Your eyes, a sunrise. Only if only we can be brave this time. Finally, Grace, you and me. It wasn't too late. It was
Yay! They're together. We returned Freddy's feelings. We've learned a lot of things. This was great. I'm just so happy. And I'm sure that there are so many different endings because you can pick different love interests. You could choose to let or leave Freddy when she dies, assuming that you even picked Freddy to begin with, because I'm assuming if you had picked Pan, it would have either been Pan or something else would have happened, so you wouldn't have been the one that would have died, maybe. I don't know exactly, but regardless, I'm very happy with this playthrough. I think that it'll be a while, probably. I'm not going to revisit this for a few months to a year. Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this game. What was your favorite part of it? And with that, I will let you guys know that you can leave comments down below. Tell me if there's anything that you liked or didn't like. Be very clear with any of your criticisms. Try to be respectful. And anything else that you want to talk about, just put it in the comments. I do my best to read them all in a timely manner, but I can't promise that I'll see them, like, as soon as you wrote them, but I can promise that I will eventually read them. And I will hopefully have something that I can talk to you about. And if not, then I'll just give you a like or one of those hearts with the channel icon. And with that, thank you guys, and we're going to skip and see what happens. Okay, we're back at the home screen, so that's officially all that there was. Thank you for watching. Can't wait to do whatever the next game that I'm going to be doing next is. I may do Sims, I may not, I don't know yet. But I guess you'll have to come back next week to find out what we're doing next.